Okay, so we are back with just under 15 hours left, and I'm doing some archaeology. So basically, the reason why I'm doing archaeology is because I thought they were going to nerf the ability to get Dungeoneering tokens with archaeology. However, the Dungeoneering remastered poster is now out, and they're going to keep Dungeoneering with Elite Dungeons and also archaeology. So I don't need to worry about that. But what I'm going to go and do is, while I'm here, just finish out this side of the collection, just so I don't have to come back basically, and I'm just not leaving myself tied up with having to go back and do things anyway. But in terms of archaeology, we've made some massive progress, like level 63 archaeology. I have bought myself a Dragonmatic as well, which is augmented, so we can go and get a little bit of invention XP from archaeology. And we're making progress. We've unlocked some mysteries, we've done some stuff. Really have enjoyed having archaeology as an AFK, but I'm kind of at a point now where I ran out of porters, and I want to use this last 15 hours to really progress the account. Now, if you see by my stats, some things have progressed massively. We are now level 87 herb, and I think when we finished the clips yesterday, I was like level 77 maybe. I think I've done something like 6,000 anti-fires since. Literally just sat in front of the TV and just got on with it and done some herb lore, which is really nice. Crafting is progressing as well. We are nearly level 87 in that. I think I've got something like 3,000 Royal Dragon levers left, so that is pretty good. And also fletching as well, level 73. Fletching has been remarkably cheap to level up so far, so I'm definitely going to go and look and spend some money there. I think I'm going to go and purchase the supplies to go and do rune darts. Now, having the fletching level already got is really nice because Onyx Bolt Tips is very, very good. Rune darts is incredibly quick XP, and you can sell them to the Champions Guild for 105 GP. So if I can buy them for a decent price, I will look at rune darts because it will be very, very quick. But we need to get to 81 fletching for that as well. So yeah, in terms of where we're currently sat, really happy where we are. These last 15 hours, I'm not going to use to go in AFK archaeology anymore. That's something I've done. I'm happy I've done it. I'm not going to do any more. We're just going to finish up what artifacts I need from this area, and then we'll just move on from there. In terms of what I've got though, I've upgraded potions slightly. I have bought the necromancy potions, so we're going to be doing some super necromancy potions, which should hopefully get us in like the level 90s, but 88 herb lore is going to give us extreme. So we might have a chance to be doing extremes today, maybe even a chance as well at some point of getting overloads with Cinder Core boost. So that could be something on the cards, which would be very transformation for our combat training especially, which is really, really nice. And I'll probably come back when we get to the Grand Exchange because Vampirism gloves have actually been working quite well. I've spent a obscene amount of money on archaeology materials to get my archaeology this high, ended up thinking I needed to rush it, and really I didn't. But again, to get archaeology to this level, we're not far off the auto screener. We've got a lot of artifacts in the bank, which will go to a lot of collections. I've basically done a speedrun of archaeology, which really isn't that bad of a thing anyway, so I'm not really too mad about that. In the meantime, for the 15 hours, like I said, I'm going to work on the main core Bible skills just to keep them going up because they're going to make me profit. Construction, fletching, herb lore crafting are just some of the best ways to make some GP. Smithing can be added in there, but at level 80, I can pretty much do most of the things which are going to make me money with smithing, which is nice. And I never really want to rush smithing as a skill because it's such an AFK one, but some things which we'll definitely be doing is thieving. Thieving with the doors. Now the doors are a lot better, we can definitely do that. Now I've got the Grace of the Elves as well. Doing fishing, even if it's for an hour or two, will greatly level up, even if you're just going to do fly fishing. I might also go and make a Fishmatic, who knows. Summoning, I want to go and get the Bunyip, and that will give us the ability to go and do some combat as well. Combat with Vampirism Glove, Blood Shard, and Bunyip pretty much should be easy enough from there. And after that, it's just picking some stats up. I'm not too worried about Dungeoneering being low. I'm probably going to do the tutorial and do a couple of floors as well. But I've just read the Dungeoneering post, and it looks pretty incredible. So depending on when this is released, this could be before or after Dungeoneering. But if it's after Dungeoneering, there'll probably be a video on Dungeoneering on release. And I'll definitely be going to go and visit it on this account. We'll just catch up with it as well. But this might be the first time in a long time I've actually done my double XP hours. I don't normally get anywhere close because I kind of get bored, but I'm really into playing this account at the minute. And all this skilling we're doing, like especially for double XP and like leveling our stats up, you would think that we'd be down in cash, but I just keep printing. Like the anti-fires, I'm making something like 5 mil every 1,000 potions, which is pretty good. So we made about 30 mil just in anti-fires. The Vampirism gloves, every time I sell one, I'm making 6 mil off that. And just continuously running through it. The only reason we're slightly down at 355 mil is because I've bought a Dragonmatic and I've augmented it. If I wanted to, I could also sell this, but a Dragonmatic was 19 mil, which I think was quite a cheap price. But what I'll probably do, finish off the archaeology here, and then I'll go and head off to the Grand Exchange. We'll have a little bit of chat once we're at the Grand Exchange and just go through what we've done and what we've got. And yeah, apart from that, really happy with how this double XP is going, and we're making things in the right move. I might have spent a little bit too much time doing archaeology in hindsight, same with doing the invention and combat, but you learn, and it was AFK, and it's probably time I might have struggled to use anyway. So I don't know, we'll see how we're going, and I'll try and get to the Grand Exchange before I do the next big stack of like potions and arrows and all that sort of stuff. And we'll come back and let you guys know what we're buying and going forward with. But I hope you guys are having a very good double XP. We'll probably be done by the time this video is released. But again, let me know what you guys have got in terms of it as well. Really looking forward to it, and really looking forward to the Dungeoneering update. I've read the post. I'm really happy with it. And I think in terms of like the rewards and stuff, it should be a very big move in terms of what you can use Dungeoneering for. But going to wrap this clip up here, and we'll report back when we are at the Grand Exchange. Right, okay, we have a little bit of catching up to do. So in terms of our double XP, we now have 11.5 hours left. And I'm recording this on Friday, so we've monstered through quite a decent chunk of our double XP. And we've made some big progress. So what I'm going to do first is just going to go over levels and where we're currently sat in terms of levels in a minute. One thing that I'll mention is that the Dungeoneering Remastered post is now out. Archaeology for Dungeoneering tokens is going to stay along with Elite Dungeons, so Archaeology doesn't need to be done for any of the remaining double XP time. I'm really happy with what progress we've made with Archaeology, especially going towards something like the auto screener. We've got a lot of artifacts for that, and I'm really happy we've done this stint of Archaeology because it's been highly beneficial, and we have also got to a point now where we've purchased the Dragomatic, which can now be augmented and get us a little bit of invention XP while doing Archaeology. However, over the past couple of days, we've concentrated more on a few sets of skills. When it gets to about 5 hours, I think that's when I'm going to sort of pull the plug and work on the other stuff just to pick levels up really, really quick. Now, yesterday we got to level 54 summoning. I did use the Haven Hive method for this, so we're going to get the most value for our charms. In my opinion, it's a little bit too slow. I would much rather go to Tavali, use all my charms, know where I'm currently at, put my timer on pause, and go to Cave Bugs for a couple of hours, AFK that, train my magic to level 70 because I need to do it to be able to use like augmentable magic armor, and go and get another round of charms. But I'm hoping the green charms I've got left, I've got about 700 to 800 left, should get me at least into the 60s. It won't get me 68, but hopefully it'll get me around the 60s. Fletching, we are now level 76 fletching, so we're going to go top up on some more fletching supplies. We are going to now move to rune arrows. Yes, it's a bit more expensive, but once you see what we've got in terms of like potions and what we've sort of achieved in terms of cash, I'm happy to go and throw the money on it because, again, it's very worthwhile. I'd like to get to 85, maybe a little bit higher in terms of fletching. That'd be really, really nice. Crafting, we didn't do any more yesterday, but I've still got about 1,000 dragon hides to craft, and I think that's going to get me like 88 maybe. 90 crafting would be incredible to finish this double XP with, and that's kind of what I'm targeting on. Herblore got the most focus yesterday, and as you'll see when we go to the Grand Exchange, I've changed the potion we're doing. We've been doing the Super Necromancer potion, which is way more chilled in terms of potion. It's a bit more AFK and highly profitable as well. But level 90 Herblore, really, really happy with that. We've bought some more Super Necromancer potions, so we're going to go for another big push on that. And we'll see where we go in terms of leveling stuff. Construction, we've not really moved it. We've not really touched it, but I don't think I need to. Maybe I'll do a little bit. Maybe I'll actually spend a little bit of cash and do an hour or two of workshops or something like that. We'll see what the cash stack looks like. And maybe like in the last sort of couple of hours, we can go and do that. But in terms of the last 5 hours, I'm going to focus on things like thieving. We're going to do thieving doors and get like level 60, 65 thieving. We're going to do a little bit of fishing because fishing can be tedious as well. Maybe use my agility XP because we do have some bonus from the fort for that. And then, yeah, just generally like just level some stuff up. But yeah, really, really happy with how it's gone so far. Could I have done more? Yes. But again, I don't play for max efficiency. But I think the progress we've made is pretty mad. Now, let's talk about the Grand Exchange. So, yesterday I bought some Spirit Weed potions to go make some more Super Necromancer potions. I decided to put them in for a higher offer just in case they sold. They haven't, not a problem. We're going to make another 3,000 Super Necromancy potions today. Now, the Necromancy potions I made yesterday, I have turned into Super Necromancy 4 doses. They sold for significantly more. We've also sold 8 mil worth here. So, once we take all of this out, we'll see how much we've made roughly. So, 40.6, and that was 8 mil. So we've made like nearly 50 mil in these potions, and the supplies probably going to cost us around 20. So we're making about 30 mil per go whenever we're doing these 3,000 Super Necromancer potions. So what I'm going to do today probably is go and target those first and just try and get them on the Grand Exchange to sell, because the more time I got on the Grand Exchange to sell, the higher chance I'm going to go and sell them. The anti-fires, which what we were doing previously, again, have all sold. They took a little bit longer the second set, but again, really, really making some profits. Vampirism gloves are still working for a flip. So yeah, that's still working really, really nice. I think I can show you guys how much I'm making. No, so until I finish the offer, I won't be able to sort of tell you guys, but it's still going to be roughly like 6 mil profit once the taxes are all done and stuff. So really, really good there. 14.7 into 21.2. So yeah, not too bad at all. And the fact is, they just seem to keep working, which I cannot moan at something like that. So I'm going to put these in to sell. It's really weird, but normally during the day, they won't sell at all. But then during the night, they always instant sell. So I'm going to go and buy some more as well, because again, it just seems to be such good flip. Now, I'm only going to sort of do it to a point where I'm working with 5 at a time. I don't want to buy too many just to struggle to sell them. So I'm just going to go and buy that as well. Now, I did buy 3,000 refined magic planks. And again, this was something with a bit of an idea of, if I don't sell them, I can always go and make the frames and then sell them a little bit later on. So just trying to see if I can sell them, but they've gone down a bit. So I'm just trying to see if I can break even. And then finally, we made some jackalopes with the gold charms we had in the bank. Just going to leave these in the grand exchange for 78,000 coins. They are so good for archaeology. If you're someone who doesn't have the auto screener, this is life-changing for your archaeology. I wouldn't have got the archaeology level I have without doing that. And then in terms of what's left in the bank in terms of supplies, if we go to the bottom, the bank definitely needs a little bit of a clean out. It's got very messy. So in terms of supplies, all I really have is some of the Royal Dragon hides. So we've got 2.1k bodies, which is actually quite mad how much supplies that is. And then some more leather somewhere in the bank is just there, which will rattle through quite quick. To be fair, when I was doing the Royal Dragon hide bodies yesterday, they were very fast. So when you next see me, I would have done all of the necromancy potions. We would have done all the dragon hide bodies. And then I'm just going to buy myself a decent amount of rune arrows, and just for our fletching as well. And then hopefully that should get us into the 80s. So the fletching side really isn't as overpriced as what I thought it would be. Again, with fletching, you're kind of writing it off as like a dead cost. But compared to the amount I've spent on like archaeology supplies to get like 4 levels, I spent like 13 mil the other day, which in hindsight, I kind of rushed it for no reason. But again, if the possibility happened where those dungeoneering tokens were being removed from archaeology, I would have missed out on that. So yeah, it is what it is. I think you can see at the minute that we're dealing with quite a lot of cash, which when we're done with all of this double XP, I'm going to sell up and see where we're currently at. Compared to where we started double XP, we are massively ahead. We have made so much money over the past couple of days of doing double XP because we've done all of the things which are profitable. We're now over 400 mil. So depending on how well we're going to do with these vampirism glove flips, depending on how well we're going to do with super necromancy potions, we could quite happily push for 500 mil mark, which is just mental because all I've really done is train my skills. I've just done it in a profitable way. And I've seen a couple of times on World 84 that people have said, how do you train your herblore? You make money with herblore. Like, just find the potions which make profit. Again, one thing which has highly benefited me this week is the fact I've been selling them as a 4 doses. For whatever reason, selling potions as a 4 dose has made me significantly more money than a 3 doses. So, but yeah, that's why you check margin and you check different things as well. So that is going to be the plan going forward. We're going to do 30,000 rune arrows. We're going to go and do the 3,000 extreme necromancy potions. We're going to finish crafting off, and then we're going to see where we are in terms of our level. And then after that, it might be something where if those refined planks aren't sold, I might just put my timer off, focus on that because I kind of want those sold while the frames are a decent profit. But we'll report back in a little while on where we are and what we're doing and how well things are going. So that is going to wrap up the video for today. Hope you guys are enjoying the Crab the Hog account and the series as well. Double XP still has a couple more episodes into it because we cram in so much. The final 10 hours are some of the most progress I've ever made on this account, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. I'll try and catch up the rest of Double XP over the next couple of days, and then we can really jump into life after that, and also life after the dungeoneering update, because that's changed this account for the better as well. So, hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Any content you want to see, whether it's on the main account or on the Hogger, drop in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.